Do you know this guy? People think he got just lucky or that social media made him rich. But the truth is, he didn't succeed because he was the best chef in the world. He succeeded because at some point in his life, he stopped trying to be normal.
Cappuccino!
And before you dismiss that, ask yourself this question. When was the last time in your life that you made a decision that was really about yourself? Something that you wanted deep down inside. If that question makes you really think, congratulations, you are seeing one part of the problem. It's a fact that only 10 to 20 businesses survive long term, and one of the biggest barriers to entrepreneurship is the fear of failure. So basically, what would other people think about me? It's like this social pressure we have in our heads. Think of it being a YouTuber 15 years ago or being a Twitch streamer 5 years ago. These were things where people were cringing out. But nowadays, after we see so many people having success with it, the new generation actually changed their minds. Because nowadays, everyone wants to become a YouTuber. Everyone wants to become a Twitch streamer. It's a field basically that's accepted as the new norm. And that just shows you didn't start YouTube 15 years ago, you didn't start Twitch 5 years ago. That came actually to the cost of your success. I mean, I chose also the normal path. I got good grades at college, landed a high-paying job, I was having a normal life. On paper, I was successful. And every day for me looked like kinda the same. I was waking up, grabbed my coffee, then got to my car, just stuck in traffic for a few hours, and basically I was stuck in meetings and were answering questions that I didn't choose and I really didn't care about. And when I looked to my left or to my right, I saw other people having the same lifestyle. So for me, psychologically, it was like, okay, I think that's normal, that's life. Career psychologists call this invisible autopilot because, especially in our 20s, we are making decisions that are shaped from expectations from someone else decades ago. So the scary part is, because due to this invisible autopilot, you are not recognizing that you are living someone else's life. Because when someone else is looking from the outside towards your life, everything looks normal. There is nothing they can comment on. Here's an exercise for you. Stop this video for around 10 seconds only and then ask yourself, which of your daily activities are truly yours? And then also think about which are habits that were expectations from someone else upon your life. Maybe this exercise will make you a bit uncomfortable, but that's actually good, because that's the first part of your awakening. And that's our level 1, the awakening. I know it sounds dramatic, the awakening, but it's not something spectacular as it sounds. I found that every time I changed something in my life, afterwards when I was thinking about the change, I realized that it was not a sudden change in my life. I was gathering data all the time subconsciously. So basically it was a slow process. On some decisions which made a huge impact on my life, it took weeks, months, and some maybe even years. I realized that I was living someone else's life at the age of 29. It took so long because on paper I was successful, I had a good job, I had a high income, I was making my parents proud, I had a nice car. So at the age of 29, you couldn't want something more. And yet, from time to time I felt empty. I was asking myself, is this really your life? Then the pandemic hit when I was 29 years of age, I lost my job, and that was the beginning of my change. Because at this point, and I knew this deep down inside for many years, but maybe it needed a trigger or something like that. At this exact point, I understood that walking down the normal path, earning a high income, doesn't secure your financial life. Because just 2 months in, after losing my job, my financials got so worse. It felt like I have never had any success in my life, or I never earned a high income, because I was back at the drawing board starting from scratch. Ask yourself, if your income stopped tomorrow, how long could you maintain your lifestyle? 1 month? 2? And according to a survey, only 65% of people feel really fulfilled with their job, leaving 35% feel trapped. And this was my first realization about my life. I wasn't owning my lifestyle, I was just renting it. Realizing that is good, but just realizing it isn't enough to change it. Awareness is just the first step. That brings us to level 2, the silent change. Level 2 is the invisible transformation. It's where work begins. Imagine it like this. You and your friends are going out, partying, just having fun. But after you had your own realization, you start to change, little by little. Now you start reading, educating yourself, researching topics you never knew existed. Basically, you are trying to become a better version. At first, your change is so small you don't even notice it for yourself. But now comes the tricky thing. From the outside, your friends are noticing it. Something is up, because now you don't hang out with them often. Your topic of interest have changed. And when you talk to them, you feel like they're too childish or they are just stuck in their lives. You start seeing that. But they see you change as well. And that brings us to the next level, which will show you that change comes to the cost of something important. We call it level 3, bearing the storm. It exactly starts when your change becomes visible to others. Then friction begins. You start missing events, you spend less time with old friends. Even when you're talking to them, you are more distant and act more serious. If they start talking about something which you're not interested in, you stop acting like you care. Personal growth comes with a cost. Some people are willing to pay that for their own success, and others are just stuck to their old me. One of the best quotes comes from an American businessman called Charlie Munger. The best armor of old age is spent a life of honest work. And research just underlines that. Entrepreneurs who are much more successful than others show extreme long-term dedication and long-term initiative, 30 to 40% more than the average. They don't ever back down from speaking the truth, and they don't lose focus. If getting to their goal means having a conflict, they stand on business. A small exercise for you in the evening, which actually helped me a lot back in the day, is to make a list of 3 things where comfort is keeping you from progress. And with that, your first friction is made visible. And now before we come to the next level, it's as before, not only important that you know these things, it's important that you act upon those. A small example from the world of freelancers. These are guys who enjoy independence, who have decision-making freedom, so they can decide which skill they will work on or which profession they will choose. And most of them enjoy flexible working time. This was their first step to get out from the classic 9 to 5 into a more project-oriented role, right? Yet many of them stay at the exact same level for 30 years because they think they made it out of the hamster wheel by becoming a freelancer. But when the truth is, this was only the first step. Because one of the biggest issues is that you staying on the path doesn't mean that you're walking on it. And that exactly brings us to level 4, where we will talk about action, visibility and networking. Your effort must compound strategically towards the goals you set. And for that, networking is key. Not just connecting with random people. I mean by that real relationships with real people that already succeeded in the field you want to get in also. Let's say you want to start a jewelry business. For that you need a lot of capital and you have to know also a lot of people. As a complete newbie, you'll be screwed over. You'll probably lose a lot of money. But now just imagine, you start working for a well-known jeweler who's successful as an intern, or you work part-time there. You see how decisions are made, you can spot mistakes without getting penalized yourself. You gain credibility and experience simultaneously. And the most important thing, which many people don't realize, is you get protection by the business you're working for. This is something important because you can start developing without other people trying to screw you over. Because at the end of the day, they are not dealing with you as an individual, they are dealing with the business you're working for. And that's a total different ballgame, especially if you're a newbie. One of the most important things, if you walk down that path when you start working for someone else's business, the most important thing is don't hide your ambitions. Because at the end of the day, that's something that destroys trust. You'll be surprised by how many bad people are out there who are just looking for opportunities, just trying to destroy the business they're working for. As soon as they see a room to steal, they will take it. These are short-sighted individuals that will probably never succeed in this world. Because in this world, if you want to succeed, it's all about trust. If you have really the opportunity to work for someone who already made it in the field of business you choose to pursue yourself, make sure to don't lose his trust. Try to take them as a mentor. Try to convince them of your ambitions, that if you make it, you can also deliver value to them. Many people that are new in the business and just start working as an intern don't really understand that your boss has probably a great network. So if you try to screw your boss over, he will tell his network, and this will extremely lower the probability that you will find any success. So the best real life advice I can give you is choose a field you want to grow in, start as an intern or work part-time for someone else's business, ask for a mentorship, so build a great connection with them, show your loyalty and your skills and that you're a great businessman to get into their trusted network. Especially if you win your boss as a mentor, it will open you so many new doors. And what many people get wrong is that actually successful people want to help others grow as well. At the end of the day, from my experience, I walk down the mentorship path where I have a great relationship to all of the mentors that are responsible that I can run 6 businesses nowadays simultaneously. Don't forget, after you pass, you will not be remembered with how much money you've made. You will be remembered by the type of guy you really are. So to wrap it up, most people don't fail because they lack the talent. They fail because they never try to show their true talent that's hidden inside of them. Because they think that others will discard them and they feel just ashamed. But the truth is, awareness without action, effort without direction will keep your life stuck. I hope that this video helps to get your life somewhat unstuck. And I really have to say, if you watch this video from start to finish, then you have the patience that it takes to apply change to your life. Because you're noticing problems that other people just ignore. You could easily skip upon this video as well. Use this video for your change. Stop being normal. This journey has levels. Each is harder than the last. And there is no final level. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.